So what have we learned in our NHL 15 playing experience? Don't try to edit the trade block in the off season. You'll have a very bad time. So I won't. Let's move on towards the start of the season. Let's do it. We had a pretty good draft. We have a decent little team built up. Let's just move on for now as we get a trade offer of Anthony Duclair for a second, which if it was modern Anthony Duclair, I'd say yes. Let me double check Anthony Peluso. I actually don't remember how good he is. 28 years old, a 74 overall enforcer. Sorry, Anthony, if I can get anything for you, I probably should. You're maxing out the game's RAM with trades. You're not wrong. It's hilarious, too. All right, here we go. I'm going to save really quickly, and then we're going to see if I can edit the trade block now, later on into the month. All right, here we go. Here we go. That's why I saved beforehand. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, let's not make any trades this offseason then. Let's not make any trades this offseason, huh? We'll hold off. Jesus. Oh, boy. NHL 15. What a game, huh? What a game. Draft is too good last night. I would be genuinely disappointed if we had to say goodbye to this save file and drop back to previous gen. I would be pretty upset. I'm not trading Marco Dano for a second. Whoops, hit my wire. Gotta get a new frickin' wire to keep this plugged in. Again, I do think we have a decent little starter core. And I do want to get to a situation where we're looking at the playoffs. Jesus Christ, speaking of the Coyotes, 6-1 over Chicago. Yikes. I think I could keep Braden Coburn, right? Give me a second. Yeah, we did have Coburn slotted in for the team, so we can hold on to him for now. Maybe buy packs. I'll load up NHL 24. Again, we can't go into HUD on this game, but NHL 24, the place to be. A beautiful place to be. Good, and I have stream lag, so I haven't seen it. Oof. Well, you're not missing much aside from a freaking 9-year-old game that doesn't know what the hell to do. Oh, unless you're talking about the goal. Chicago hockey team losing. Who's surprised? Not a good team yet. I was told Connor Bedard was going to single-handedly lead them into the playoffs. Now, some people may, who said that? I'm not just making that up. All right? I'm not just making that up. That was a narrative. That was a preseason narrative. All right, let's go handle our RFA situation by going to the wrong part. I did catch the end of the Penguins game tonight, and yeah, it was a pretty rough way to lose. Sorry, I always forget. I gotta go to free agency. I did go to the right spot. I can't go to the contract screen to edit or to offer a deal to anybody. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. So, RFAs. Apparently, Riley Smith is still an RFA. We do have to sign one Brandon Gormley, who is ours. Mark Visentin as well, who is ours. Could I sign Riley Smith for dirt cheap? No. Jeremy Morin I might be able to sign. I mean, Columbus hasn't tried to sign him yet. I might as well see if I can steal him. Why not? Why not? So we'll have a little bit of trouble because there's no preseason to save me from waivers. So, Cody, what's going on? Enjoy the snow. That sweet Halloween snow. All right, Gormley and Byzantine have accepted. Let's see what this roster is going to be. I keep forgetting other things I could do. Let's double check contracts. See if there wasn't any kind of crazy off-season development as well, since that can very much happen in this game. What do we got? Unsigned. Goodness, Ender, what's up? So we have Hunter. Good old Carl Hunter. But again, there's no AHL in which to sign these guys. There's no point. Even Connor Walchuk, I might as well leave him unsigned for the year. There's no AHL. God, that's weird. Still really, really weird. How's your Halloween? I don't know. Is it? See, that's a hair joke. Yeah. The peak of comedy. I am so tired. I am so tired. I am excited for my upcoming wedding for the sole purpose of being able to then do absolutely nothing afterwards. So let me face plant into my own bed for about 6 days to recover on energy. In terms of the goalars, Mark Byzantine's definitely the guy. And then we got Merrick Longhammer. Am I going to get a skullet haircut after the wedding? You know? Might not be a bad idea. Could rock the skullet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carlo gets sent down. I need to sign a rando defender to be the 7th, but that's not a bad 6. I mean, literally 2 top 6 defensemen. The rest are top 4. That is actually an NHL caliber defense. And shout out to Frankie Corrado, who went all the way up to an 84. We made a good decision not trading him. Right wing side. We want to bump up Arvidsson and Ojimaki for Shatford and Luff. Apparently, I would be under the salary cap, though. Left wing side, we got to bump up Max Domi, Duclair, probably Perlini. Why do I have so many left wings? What the hell? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we might as well send down Reader and Agard. Agard, right? We don't need Clapperton on the team yet. And then for the centers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Oh man, Vinny LeCavalier is not even an NHLer anymore. He is not even an NHLer anymore. You know, we can bump up Laurent Dauphin. Drop LeCavalier and Fox. Actually, let's keep Vinny LeCavalier on the team as a 4th line center. Apparently, I can't send down Fox without going underneath the cap. Son of a bitch. All right, well, Fox, congratulations. You'll hang around on the roster for a second. I'm trying so hard not to sneeze. I failed. Excuse me. All right, we need to sign a defender. A 7th defender. And honestly, probably a random forward, too. So, who's left on defense? Son of a legend, Jake Chelios. Who's the oldest dude? Matt Karkner, Randy Jones. Matt Karkner. How would you like money? I gotta give somebody money. It might as well be Matt Karkner. And just gonna have to make a supercut of you failing to hold and sneezes. I mean, that's a long video. That's a really, really long video. All right, so we got the Matt Karkner money. Who's the oldest forward? Simon Gagne, one of my favorites. We will give Mr. Gagne all of the money. Boston Bruins legend, Simon Gagne. We'll just wait until the best of July 2021. We'll have the sneeze supercut after that. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's Endo's favorite thing, by the way, is if you bring up... hey, we did sign Jeremy Morin. If you bring up that best of. His His favorite thing. All right. Let's see. Can those dudes please sign? No, they can't because I have a full roster. Well, that sucks. I'll have to have somebody on the team that I don't necessarily want. Right wing side, we can send down Ojimaki. Call up Jeremy Morin. 2, 3, 4. Lesio, that's fine. And then centers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, I mean, let's call up Laurent Dauphin for Fox. And we'll just keep LeCavalier as the healthy scratch. So this team then, this season, I'm not saying when we're going to make the playoffs or anything, but we have an interesting little team, all things considered. And it actually does put Vinny in by default, so Dauphin, I actually want Laurent Dauphin to replace Vinny LeCavalier. I'd rather him get into this lineup full time if we can. So we have, let's probably sort this by potential. I don't know if this game really cared if you had people in their proper role or anything like that. So medium 6, high 9, medium 6, high elite, medium 9. We'll still probably go with Duclair over Samuelson. Duclair's younger. So medium 9, medium 6, high 9. Let's go with something like this, I think. Let's see, face-off 75. Only a 73 there. So we'll have Komarov, Lesio, Bailey. It's a pretty good fourth line if we were to keep that as a fourth line. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Let's see. Who has the best face-offs here? 61, 82, 81. Okay, so Morin, Dauphin, Samuelson. That's still pretty good. We're going to have Duclair as a center, which isn't totally ideal, but we'll do it. And then Perlini, McDavid, and Domi actually has better face-offs than McDavid. So, noted right wing Connor McDavid. We should probably put him on the left and say, actually, he's got the better face-offs. Yeah, I don't think we're necessarily going to be a playoff team, but we do have a young team, a relatively promising team. Let's see, OEL and Hamhuis, Corrado and Coburn. Let's drop Coburn and Hamhuis down to the third pair to get the younger dudes who might still be able to develop that a bit of extra time. I didn't imagine Frankie Corrado becoming a valuable player for us, but this is the reality in which we live. I do need to call up one extra defender in case of injury, given that I could not sign the other dude. And it's going to be James Melindy. Based on age, we'll go for James Melindy. So I wouldn't expect us to be the worst team in the league. But yeah, we'll see where we're at, right? We'll see. What we need to do is see if the trade block will work now. Please. Oh, good. It reset it again. I love it when the game constantly, and it still does it on frickin' EA NHL games to this day. I love it when the game says, you don't like what you like. You're going to set it up the way we want you to set it up. This was the genesis of Milbury mode, by the way. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here's the problem. I don't mind playing the inferior version of something for the memes. I do mind when one of our greatest tools to improve the team, i.e. trading, is unavailable to me. That is a little bit of a problem. Just a smidge. Okay. I got one more idea in mind. And it's only for the surplus as well. Or not the surplus, it's for the wants. The surplus is fine. Which is bizarre to me. Am I able to edit the wants if I don't remove it entirely, but I edit what's already there? It looks like that might be the case. Maybe. Am I now allowed to back out? Okay, I think we found the workaround. It's hilarious I even need to consider it. But there we go. I think we did it. This game. Why wasn't this a problem in the first couple of seasons either? It's only a problem. We're heading into what, our third season? And now it's an issue? I don't get it. Fourth season, I think, actually, now that I look at the date. Well, let's see what the Coyotes do in the regular season then, shall we? I don't know what to make of this game. I'm not trading Connor McDavid, I'll tell you that much. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm not going to take that trade. Not going to take that trade. Max Domi, not going to happen. Not going to happen. You know, I joked earlier about reacquiring Pavel Datsyuk, as the Coyotes actually did. It's Philadelphia's first round pick, not even ours, but Philly's. Josh Bailey and Lucas Lesio for Nick Kronwall and Pavel Datsyuk. For the record, Philly, this is a 2018 first, which is this upcoming season. They're 2-4 to start the year. But an 86 overall Datsyuk and an 86 overall Kronwall, 36 for Kronwall, 39 years old for Datsyuk. I mean, if we wanted to make a push for the playoffs this year, this would be the trade to do it. I don't think Lucas Lesio is going to get that much better. Bailey being on the team just is what it is. Obviously, getting rid of a first-round pick is a little bit scary. I say we live a little. We can always flip these two at the deadline if need be, if it doesn't work. Nick Kronwall and Pavel Datsyuk. Welcome to Arizona. We fulfilled the Datsyuk prophecy. The Coyotes legend returns to the team. Uh-oh. If the game's not borked. Okay, we're good. We got another trade offer. Leo Komarov, a prospect named Funk, who was the Italian that we took, and a third for Jonas Hiller and a fourth. Funk is a 67 overall player at 19 years old. Hiller be the 1A, 1B with Byzantine, but I feel like Mark Byzantine's the guy. I'm going to say no to that trade. Let's go see what we look like now with Pavel Datsyuk and Nicholas Kronwall on the team. It's got to be ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 with Murphy. So we can send down Melindy if he clears waivers. And he did. He's got way older and lost a first. That's fine. I still have my own first. You can risk it sometimes. Let's see. Could call up Clapperton. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I am going to call up a left wing. And that left wing will be the Clapperton. I got Clapperton on my team. How could I possibly lose? So let's go best lines. It does have Clapperton as a scratch, which is fine. He's a low 9. And Murphy has a scratch too. So LeCavalier works his way back into the lineup. Dauphin at a medium 9. Morin's also a medium 9, although Morin's not going to get any better. I mean, Komarov, LeCavalier, Morin, that's actually not that bad of a line. We do need to get Perlini onto a higher line. So let's see. We will go with... Actually, we want Samuelson to be the center, didn't we? Dauphin's actually got really good faceoffs too. So Arvidsson, Dauphin, Samuelson. Shout out to Maddie. The 5 months on the primer. Maddie, how the heck are you? I hope you are well. Goodness, and Maddie with the 5 gifted right after that. Goodness gracious. Gracious, Maddie. Gracious.
Taste the biscuit.
Very much appreciated. Look at this. See you next month. Have a good one. Maddie, we love you. You're the subscriber of the month. Here's the sub. Here's 5 gifted. See you later. The monthly Santa himself. Maddie, I appreciate it though. Thank you. My goodness. You guys have had a second to look at what we have for forward lines for the moment. To be honest, I mean, McDavid, Domi, Duclair. We could bump up Datsuk, but having Datsuk and McDavid each running their own lines pretty good. Let's still go with this type of setup here. We'll have Gormley with Cronwall. Noted Coyotes defenseman Nick Cronwall. I am ready for this. All of a sudden, I think this could be a pretty good year. And let's be honest, if I can risk a little bit to make a push to potentially end our run on this version of the game as soon as I can, it's worth it. The sooner we move on to NHL 16, the better. Let's be honest. Being stuck here for a while. I didn't even see the Baltimore. Being stuck here for any amount of time more than we have to be is a pretty dangerous game. Oh yeah, I'm never going to shorten that alert though. Leo Komarov for Anton Vermette in 2/4. That's a yes. That's a yes. I mean, Vermette can't be that much worse. If you beat 23, will you do 15 in Legacy? Maybe. I'm not against the idea of going back to 15 in Legacy, although it is essentially the exact same thing that we just did on 14. McDavid and Christian Dvorak for a first, Daniel Sedin and Ryan Miller. Jesus. Connor McDavid's value is up there. People are finally viewing him as the real deal. Not quite James Neal. What did it end up doing for the lines once we brought in Vermette? Because it didn't say anything. All right, it just put Vermette in on the 4th line, which is good. That's what I wanted. I'll actually go Morin, Vermette, LeCavalier based off of faceoffs. Beauty. Let's keep it going. Nothing wrong with replaying the best game. The best game. Some would say. I don't know who they are. Excellent memers. Excellent memers. Domi and Corrado for a first. Durluk. No. Who are the goalies? Mark Vizentine and Marek Longhammer. Yeah. How about that? Yeah, McDavid is in high demand right now. And he's not going anywhere unless I hit the wrong button. That's the only way. '04 was the best, in my opinion. I think you would somewhat agree. I mean, I did say it was the best EA NHL of all time in a video a year or two ago. People got big mad. Oh, big mad. So mad. People got fucking big mad at me for that. Because saying NHL 04 is the best is now controversial. Best NHL ever? Was that it? It was actually 9 months ago. We did a bracket thing. What version of EA NHL is the best? Spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure NHL 04 was at the top of that. But, yeah, people got big mad at me for some of my opinions in that one. So, but honestly, it's fun. It's pretty fun when people on the internet get big mad at you for such pointless things. It's pretty fun. You gotta be honest. A second round pick and Hansen for Camilleri and 2/4. Hansen is a 69 overall power forward at 20 years old, a bottom six potential. Obviously, adding Camilleri would be another veteran, but he does improve the team. Just do we think Hansen's worth keeping around because he could develop? Honestly, I'm going to go for this too. Let's bring in Mike Camilleri. Let's do it. Let's add to this team a little bit. We're 8-6-0, which isn't amazing. I don't need Andy Green. I have too many defensemen already. Thank you. If it's going to be a defenseman, I need it to be somebody better than Andy Green. Will Camilleri take time away from the young guys? Depends on who we slot him into the lineup for. And the answer right now is no. He'll be taking a spot away from Victor Arvidsson, actually probably Jeremy Morin. So, yeah, it's not going to be anybody super important. It could even be Vinny LeCavalier. Yeah, could even be Vinny. So he's taking time away from another old dude. Here we go. Camilleri, Vermette, Morin. That fourth line's looking even better. We can leave Camilleri there for now and know that, hey, in the playoffs we could use him a bit more. Right now, it's load management from Mike Camilleri, right? You know, we gotta play it safe. He's our Kawhi Leonard. He'll be fine. I honestly didn't think we'd be making trades to make the team better. Duclair, Dauphin, no. Dano in a second for Jonas Hiller. I really don't feel like we need a goalie. Do your best Kawhi laugh. I can't possibly. There's no such thing as a good Kawhi laugh unless it's from Kawhi Leonard. It's impossible to replicate. You know how they're like, oh, imitation is a serious form of flattery. There's just some things you can't imitate. That's one of them. Not trading Max Domi. And that laugh will be stuck in my head. Also, 11-6-1. The Coyotes are cooking in November. Happy American Thanksgiving. Goodness. Goodness. All we had to do was add 3 former All-Stars. All we had to do. That's it. It's the wedding countdown now. It's this Saturday. So 4 days? 4 days. Which means either at some point during this Coyotes franchise or at some point once we're on NHL 16, all of a sudden there'll be a ring on this bitch. Yeah? So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Again, New Jersey, I do not want Andy Andrew Green, as he was known in NHL 11. A first and Huskins for a first. No. Rando dude named Saprikin for a 5th and a 7th. We'll take that. No stream on Friday, correct. No stream on Friday. Definitely no stream on Saturday. Sunday's a toss-up. I'll be here Monday, potentially Tuesday, and then I won't be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday. Yeah, there's not going to be too many streams over the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna be working into streams when I can, but instead of basing Like, okay, am I doing this today? Well, I got to stream at this time. It's like, okay, am I streaming today? Well, I got to do things at this time, and I don't know if I'll get to it. You see. How's it feel, the whole getting married thing? Fun. Hey, don't get me wrong. It can be a stressful process. It can be an expensive process. But it's fun, man. It's fun. I'm going to get to see a lot of family. Weddings are a great excuse to almost act like a family reunion. So I'm excited. Live stream the wedding. I mean, people have joked about that from day one. Dude, people joked about live streaming a wedding before I even met the woman who's about to be my wife. People were already joking about that from the very early days. What's the podcast schedule going to be? So, obviously, this, again, it's so weird to talk about current stuff knowing that this won't be on YouTube for months, most likely. There'll be one. There was one uploaded today, Monday, October 30th. Yeah, let's really date it for the YouTube people. Have that be weird. There'll be one on Thursday, November 2nd. There will be one on Monday the 6th, and that'll be the only one of next week. And then we'll be back to our 2 a week after that. Although, at the end of November, Sin is leaving. Not the show permanently, but he's taking a little European vacation. So we'll be without him for 2 weeks. And then, oh my God, it's holiday season, and I'll be traveling places during that time to see certain family. And it's, you know how for a lot of people, it's like, yes, the end of the year where things kind of quiet down. Not for me. What NHL do you think is the best? Funny enough, Royal Deadeye, we just talked about a video I made where I discuss exactly what NHL I think is the best. Although part of me wants to remake that video. I wonder if that bracket thing still exists with NHL 23 and 4 as an option. I'm actually going to hold on to this guy. A 4th round pick is probably not necessarily worth it. So, but the answer is not NHL 24. Second, so basically Laurent Dauphin for a 4th and Razor. Love Razor, but no thank you. Since already one of the fans. Pretty much, man. It's just missing some paperwork at this stage. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I should do a bracket challenge where it's the final ends up being the best 2K versus the best NHL, which would be 2K10 versus NHL 04, and I'd pick 2K10, and people would be big mad. Ooh. Oh, people would be big mad when I pick NHL 2K10 over an EA NHL game. They would be big mad. Ah, goodness. 2K11. Again, I've still never played 2K11. I do. Oh my God, I thought I hit accept trade. I do need to go back. There's that modded version of NHL 2K11 for the Wii. That like one guy has made. And I tried to play it on stream a couple of years ago, but my PC wasn't good enough at the time to handle the game. It should be able to handle it now and then some. So I'm going to have to explore that one of these days. So that'll be a fun one. 2K8 does have a better franchise. 2K8 still might have the best franchise in any NHL game to date. As ridiculous as that is. But that be the truth. 2K8 was phenomenal. Connor McDavid for a 1st, a 2nd, and some dude. How about now? Connor McDavid for a 1st, a 2nd, and some dude. Goodness. 2014 and 2. All right, we're doing okay. We're not quite crushing it, but we're doing okay. This could be our first venture to the playoffs. We'll see. People want Connor McDavid so badly. so badly. Pominville for a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th. That's incredible. I'm going to say no to that, but that is very tempting. Very, very tempting. Cody, maybe not, because we didn't finish it. But there is talk about in the new year of playing some more 2K10, especially if especially if NHL 24 is still in rough shape. Once we're through ye old holiday season, and the new year, could be the time for some more 2K10. Could be. Could be. Made another one for 2K3. Did he? I definitely have more interest in the 2K11 one, but the 2K3 one could be interesting too. Could be. Let's see. OEL for a first Jari, Dute, and Pritchett and Force. I mean, it is a good sign that we are getting a lot of trade offers for our best players. It shows that our best players aren't complete garbage. So, feeling all right about that. Florida keeps offering that same damn trade, man. Second, a third, Dow fan for Hiller and a fourth. Nah. We're a good team now. You can't rip off the Phoenix Coyotes anymore, because now we're the Arizona Coyotes. John Jacobs here. From managing a Wendy's to the top of the world. Justifying if I want to mod NCAA 06. Or doesn't 06 already have a modding community for NCAA? I feel like 06 already has a modding community. 2K5 definitely does as well. So, I mean, I guess you're talking about just like making your own little changes to it beyond what's already out there. Jake admitted he played the NHL video games. Oh, well, that would explain then why he was a terrible, terrible GM. This game corrupted his brain. He's like, well, I win in EA NHL, and it's like, no, buddy, you got to do the opposite. Alex Simmons not bad, but I don't think we need him right now. So, wasn't this one of the worst NHL games ever? Arguably the worst. I still say this is better than some of the PS1 era games. There are some, I believe it was 97 and 99. Yeah, because 2000 was okay. 97 and 99 have aged so horribly. I can't even joke about how bad they are, because they're even worse than I can make them sound. So yeah, this still isn't the worst game in the history of the EA franchise. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It might have been at launch. It's not now. You know, where they left it by the end of the game's life cycle, it's in NHL 24 territory of serviceable. It's not good. It technically works. From a franchise perspective, it technically works. But yeah, it's not particularly good, you know? So, 97 was awful even for 97. Correct. Which led to pretty good years. I mean, around that time, you definitely had the Breakaway series getting ready to pick up, if not 98. Breakaway 98. I don't remember if that came out at the beginning of 98, so technically in competition with that, or if it rolled over to the next calendar year. But there were definitely some other hockey games on the market that fared quite well, because EA NHL 97 was bad. 'Twas bad. 'Twas very, very bad. We have a 34-20-4 record. At this rate, we are very much going to make the playoffs if we keep this up. We are almost to the deadline. I'm still waiting to see if I get another trade that I simply can't turn down. This might be it. Will be a pro get touch for 25. For 25 or in 25 years? We will actually make this trade. Christian Dvorak, who is just brutalized in this game. For RJ Umberger and a boatload of picks. AFC, take it easy. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a good one. Go ahead and make that move. All right. Again, just about a week and a half from the deadline. David and Marco Dano. No. I go, I knew what you meant. I was memeing. It's an internet stream. We went memeing. It's what we do here. Dude, Chicago will not give up on the idea of trading for Connor McDavid, which in real life would be a really smart strategy. Because if you're Connor McDavid, you might want out of Edmonton. I would. All right. Zach Senyshyn. Oh, you want me to trade Zach Senyshyn? The GOAT? For 75 overall, Ian White? I wouldn't take him if he was a 95. It's the GOAT. Zach Senyshyn. The GOAT. People think I'm being sarcastic. Maybe I'm not. Henrik Samuelsson, no. All right, again, there is no trade deadline minigame, so this is about it. Dow fam for Denny's Morgan. I do need to take a look at this one. Yeah, that'd be a really stupid trade for me. No. Not going to do that. Not going to. And with that, the deadline has come and gone. We are at 37, 23, and 5. Easy for me to say. Currently atop the Pacific Division. And indeed, the Coyotes could be playoff bound. We've been running with best lines. We're going to do it again here, too. So it is. Not enough eligible players. What? Who got hurt? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with Murphy. Right wing side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not going to send down Arvidsson because you have to go through waivers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have too many skaters. That's the problem. Well, can I send down Vinny LeCavalier? I was going to say, I can't imagine he would get claimed on waivers. So Dame Fox could technically get the call up, but we should be fine. So if we go best lines, whoops. It is Duclair, McDavid, Domi, Dano, Datsuk, Camilleri, who has gotten worse as the season's gone on. Morin, Vermette, Samuelsson, Umberger, Dauphin, and Perlini. With Arvidsson and Clapperton as scratches, that's okay. Connor Murphy's the healthy scratch on defense. OEL and Ham Hughes, Cronwall, who has gotten worse, and Coburn, Gormley, and Corrado. I'm okay with this. And then Byzantine and the Langhammer. We might, you know, maybe, just maybe, if we make the playoffs here, something good could happen. You never know. Let's go to April 1st. This could be our... I don't even know. Now that I just realized this. I don't even know how the sim works. Like a game-by-game sim for the playoffs. It might not work the way we're used to. We've also lost 5 games in a row. Make that 6 games in a row. So I shouldn't even be talking about the playoffs because we could still miss out. That was a lot of losses post-deadline over the last few weeks. We are now 39, 30, and 6 from 1st to 4th. Experience Coyotes hockey. We are in a 3-team tie for 2nd place. There is a realistic chance we could miss the playoffs. Please don't miss the playoffs. If I hit sim game, what happened? It doesn't have the sim. It doesn't. It doesn't have the slow sim. It doesn't have the slow sim. 44 wins. We do make the playoffs. I have to know what's going to happen at least. Ahem. 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 I think we're gonna switch.